Last time out, Ryan Grant took 2 victories, but didn't take one in the first race. He took second. So not too much for him to do if he wants to get a second place, but a win on the cards for Richard Holmes Williams. Thank you very much for tuning in to our live coverage of round 5 of the 2018 FAB Racing British Minibikes Championships. The lights are about to come on for the start of the first senior mini moto race of the weekend. Everyone looking up in anticipation. We get underway. Richard Holmes Williams cleanly through as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Left and then left again, a double apex, very quick corner, pretty much flat on the first lap out of 9. But Richard Holmes Williams has done enough to keep the pole position, put it into the race lead so far. Will Howarth in second. Third place though, it's all starting to hot up. Ryan Grant getting stuck in with a couple of other riders, and even further back down in Eco.
Richard Holmes Williams and Will Howarth very close in terms of lap times. Looks like we are going to see a very, very close race for the lead. Will Howarth right on Richard Holmes Williams' case down into the last corner. Everyone through safety so far. Ryan Grant having a great ride in third. He is your series leader, of course, don't forget. Through turn 1, the fast turn 1, Will Howarth giving chase to Richard Holmes Williams. 1 lap complete out of this race.
So Holmes Williams leads ahead of Will Howarth, with Ryan Grant and Mark Payne third and fourth, with Justin Bainbridge in 5th ahead of Josh Birkin. Simon Huntington up to 7th, having passed Chris Yeomans, whilst Ross Michael is in 9th so far. Side by side for the race lead though between Holmes Williams and Howarth. Howarth looking up the inside into the left-hander at the far side of the circuit. He had to back out of it going into the very long left-hander, which then and has subsequently lost him quite a lot of time. Made it though on the exit of the final couple of corners, and over the line will only be a couple of tenths. Someone did also go wide at the right, just out of that complex at the far side of the circuit. I think they've continued though, PK.
They have got to go in again. I think they went down, not sure who it was. We will have a look. May have been Josh Birkin. His lap time was quite slow the last time around in comparison. So Josh Birkin obviously having a little tip off there. Back up and okay still in this race. Will Howarth has definitely got more drive down the back straight. He's going past him. Will Howarth goes past Richard Holmes Williams for the lead then. And that is a very, very nice move. Will Richard Holmes Williams be able to respond? They are still very, very close together. Richard Holmes Williams to the inside, down into the last corner. No, nothing this time. Will Howarth in the lead of this race. What's his lap time? Was a 49.8 last time around. It is a 49.4 this time around, and he is your leader.
Ryan Grant also defending third place so far from Mark Payne. Mark Payne only .263 as they came over the line. So it was a two-way fight for the lead, two-way fight for third place. Justin Bainbridge feeling very lonely indeed. The number 11 is currently in 5th place. And Ryan Grant really doesn't have to panic too much about this battle, because we occasionally have in the senior mini motos, courtesy of Mr. Giles, some commentator-related incidents in which people
and courtesy of Dan Marr, someone has just gone and crashed out.
There we go.
Turn
We've evened
5.
out the balance.
Have some karma on us.
There we go. Apologies to whomever has fallen off. We'll bring you that in just a few moments' time.
Yes.
But, the balance has been restored in the world, so all is good again. I think that is the most excited I've heard you since Rowers, since we went to that fish and chip shop.
Yes, that's about right. Will Howarth leading on a 48.810.
And down has gone Richard Holmes Williams, down at turn number 2.
Well, good. At least I wasn't about to go and say Richard Holmes Williams is second. I mean, he almost was still second, and he's now back into third, giving chase to Ryan Grant, who is second as they go through the hairpin. But Will Howarth, really now, barring any incidents, he has got this race in the bag. He's got a massive lead at the moment, round the back end of the course. Will Howarth making it look easy now.
So we have 5 laps left to go. There is plenty still to happen within this race, and knowing us, it will. But Will Howarth, the 96, is in the lead, with Richard Holmes Williams down as the 3rd. Ryan Grant very happy in 2nd place, although starting to cover off Richard Holmes Williams going into the final right and left-handers over the line to start their next lap with 4 laps now left to go. And this also slightly amends that statistic I gave you earlier at the start of the race when Richard Holmes-Williams had won the first race of the weekend last time out. Ryan Grant finished second. Ryan Grant currently due to finish second, but now Richard Holmes-Williams in third. Looking left, looking right, trying to cover the inside very graciously was Richard Holmes-Williams going through turn number 5, the right-handed hairpin. Couldn't quite make the move stick, so having to wait for Ryan Grant to jink out to the left-hand side to cover off both left-handed corners, the inside line. Very difficult to achieve, get it stopped, but nonetheless the gap so far. Then the scrap for second place between Grant and Holmes-Williams is very close stuff there. They're doing 50.3s and 50.4s. The gap now 8.1 seconds.
Very close indeed in that battle for second place, but Will Howarth so far doing a very good job. Ryan Grant and Richard Holmes-Williams are neck and neck coming out the hairpin. Bit of a defensive line from Ryan Grant, almost cost him on exit. Now again down the photos. Richard Holmes-Williams just not got the speed on that machine that he needs. He's good through the corners. He'll be looking to set something up at the hairpin and go straight through. So Richard Holmes-Williams then into second place, and that changes the complexion of this series, I tell you, because Ryan Grant is leading currently on 217 points. Richard Holmes-Williams is on 177 at the moment. That will come down by 4 to 36. Ryan Grant, though, will be taking 9 points out of Ryan Grant's lead. That will become 46. So everything's going to concertina together at the top of the championship tree if it stays like this.
A lap and a half left to go. Will Howarth leads from Richard Holmes-Williams and Ryan Grant. Mark Payne in fourth with Justin Bainbridge in fifth. Simon Huntingford and Chris Yeomans are in 6th and 7th, with Ross Michael and Josh Birkin rounding out our order so far. Some great battles going on a little further down the field as well. Through turn number 5, they were almost side by side, giving it everything they can, but not quite making it work on this occasion. Someone who is making it work so far is Will Howarth. Onto the final lap, the final lap flag being shown. And Richard Holmes-Williams in second place, starting to gap Ryan Grant, not by a massive amount. The gap over the line on that occasion was 0.6 of a second, but that is just enough for breathing space so far. It could all change over the next 3/4 of the lap. Will Howarth, though, very happily trundling along, and the race leader as they make their way now 2/3 of a lap, half a lap now left to go up to the far side of the circuit, the double apexed left-hander. Our battle for second place still making their way onto the back straight, showing some of the gap that has been established by Will Howarth through the right-handed corners. It's a very long right-handed corner before the final corner, turn 10, the left-hander. Aggressive curves, you don't really want to touch those, but Will Howarth takes the checkered flag, takes the victory, and we can say that now because he's actually taking the flag. Richard Holmes-Williams, despite our antics, taking second place, a good result, and pulls a wheelie over the line for his troubles. A good display on getting a good start and then having to recover it, but a good haul of points. 4 points is all he needed. That's what he's got ahead of Ryan Grant in third.
Big battle downfield. That's at the chicane. We're not quite sure who that is. Maybe the battle for sixth place. If it is, it's Chris Yeomans, who's just got Simon Huntingford on the line. We're waiting for confirmation of that. We're not sure. Think it may well have been that battle there indeed.